Thank you for subscribing to the channel. It's much appreciated. And for all of you that haven't subscribed yet, only take you a second. It would mean a lot and be much appreciated. Thank you. Now, what I want to talk to you about today is crowdfunding your book. Getting the money together from other people to cover the costs of producing and publishing your book. So I appreciate getting the money together for a book. To publish a book can be a bit of an ask because it's a gamble. You know, you may spend $1,000 or $2,000 getting a book together with all the copy editing and the proofreading and publishing, whatever else, formatting. And it might not sell a thing. You may sell a handful of copies. Now, I don't want to put you on a downer before you go because there's every chance of success too. I'm just letting you know how you'll probably be thinking, or possibly be thinking, as I did, when it comes to should I spend that kind of money? What if it's a flop? As long as you're getting back what you've spent, you can sort of sit back and have and maybe have a little bit of relief on that then, and then you know that everything else after that, for the high quality product that you've put out, with professional assistance, has paid for itself, and everything else is just is a bonus from then on. Ideally, an income from then on, but you can see how that goes. But for example, this book here, it's not particularly thick. It's 220 pages which I produced with the help of copy editors, proofreaders, or a copy editor I should say, a proofreader, and some volunteer proofreaders, friends and people who actually wanted to read it and give me some feedback. Formatting in ebook, hardcover, paperback, black and white, hardcover, black and white, hardcover colour, hardcover, paperback colour. So that included all the covers, obviously, and everything. And that included different formats for different companies, because you can have it all formatted for Amazon, but that might not be the format needed for, say, Lulu or Ingram Spark or something like that. You would have to ask the formatting company to give you copies for those as well. And then you've got your ISBN numbers to go in. If you're going down that route, if you're going down the route of getting a book out there with publishers' help, editors' help, it's going to cost. There's no way around that, really. But is it worth it? Well, for that book that I did, and I was a bit concerned. The costs for ebook, hardcover, paperback, like I've said, all the different formats. Proofreading costs £157, $206 at the time. Copy editing, £392, $515. Formatting, £865, or $1,133 US. So that's a total of £1,414 and $1,854. Now it's no small amount of money to get hold of, because, like I say, it's a gamble in a lot of ways. You're putting your book out there, feeling confident it's a great book. It's gonna sell. But at the same time, at the back of your mind, you're thinking, well, it might not. And I've got to be prepared to lose that money, other than for having a few copies to give to family and friends, and one for my own bookshelf. You have to sort of get that into your head that I might not get that back. But there's always a chance you will. So let's say, for instance, that particular book, to date, sales and royalties to date on Amazon alone, sales 905 copies, and the royalties are £2,975 or $3,443. So I've basically, let's just say for argument's sake, I've doubled my money. I've got the fees back plus the same again in royalties, and it'll be on Amazon for as long as there's an Amazon. So as long as I'm still selling a copy or two of that a day or whatever it is that happens to sell. But there's other platforms it's on as well, and it's also in audiobook. So there's little bits going on there too. So is it worth spending that kind of money? Yeah. Is it better if you can get someone else to pay that kind of money, to give you that kind of money for it? Yeah, it's better again. I've not actually tried to get money from a crowdfunding source, but that's not to say I won't. And I have looked into it deeply, which is why I'm creating this video today, because I think it's a great idea. Now, you may have heard of this guy. He's a successful and well-known author, Brandon Sanderson. And he looked at he's already wealthy. He has his own publishing company. He has a whole stream of books, fantasy novels and things like that. So, and they're doing really well. So he's making a fortune. And the reason I know that is if I go to his Amazon page, and that's just its Amazon page. Remember, his books will be in bookstores and all kinds of things. So let's just have a look here through his books, and 33,000 reviews, 23,000 reviews, 18,000, 12,000, 20,000, 8,000. I say reviews, ratings and reviews. He's making a fortune, undoubtedly thousands a week. And did he need to actually get 1 million together for his crowdfunding, for his series of books that he was going to do during the pandemic? No, not really, but he's running a business. And a lot of people who run businesses, a lot of successful people, rarely use their own money. You know, they sort of get funding and sponsorships and all kinds of things to help them on their way from other people. And for us just starting out, you know, in self-publishing, we're not going to get that kind of assistance. But it doesn't mean we can't set up a GoFundMe or crowdfunding. I say GoFundMe, I'm not a particular fan, but crowdfunding page, and get some money coming in that way. So what would you need to do? You're not going to reach the figures that this guy did. In the first 24 hours, his project on Kickstarter raised $15 million. 15 million in the first 24 hours, but that's because he has a lot of fans. Millions of them, obviously, and a lot of people who just wanted to jump on and help him. And of course, we would get an alarm going off. So I'm just going to pause it there for a second. That's the second. And it actually reached 41 million. 41 million on Kickstarter. I mean, that's just absolutely scandalous. So yeah, he is doing particularly well. And he broke all the records with it. Doubled the previous record on a Kickstarter. So the best you can hope for using Kickstarter is that you cover your expenses. So what are you going to need to do to set it up? Well, let's run through a little checklist here. Plan your budget. So basically what you're going to need to do is work out how much everything's going to cost you. Speak to the formatting companies, the the proofreaders, the copy editor, maybe a line editor, developmental editor. It depends on your book, but we're talking a book of substance. Obviously we're not talking low content books here. With this particular video. So take everything in. There's a lot to go out, really. Include your marketing. So budget yourself, say if it's Facebook ads, how much do you want to spend a day over a period of how long, say 6 months? Or Google ads, how much do you want to spend a day over a period of so long? Factor all these different things in to your budget, and then you're going to be giving people incentives really to give you some money for your crowdfunding. And it could be a signed copy of your book. So they may donate twice as much as the book is actually on sale for, but they get a book for that. It may be a signed book. It may be 2 or 3 times more than for what the book's on sale for. But you may offer a signed copy for that. Or it could be a paperback book. It could be just a little bit of a gift box of some information about you and a few little signed things and a photograph and a bit of a fan box, if you like. But they're going to cost you. And it's going to cost you in postage and things like that. So factor all these different costs into it before working out how much you want to set your Kickstarter funding for, because you don't want to be giving away all these things to people and then find out that you didn't have enough left to publish your book with. So that's your budget. Choose a crowdfunding site. Now that's a tricky one, really. There's lots of them, loads of them. I will try to talk you away from GoFundMe after what happened in Canada not so long ago, where they actually showed they could, if they didn't think your fundraising was something they liked or fit within their ethical standards, if you like, even after accepting it and having money pouring in, they shut it down and they threatened to give that money to another charity of their choice. Now, I mean, I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. I thought that was absolutely disgusting. When people donate to something, it should go to that cause. So I would talk you out of GoFundMe and maybe have a little look at some others. And when you do, check the small print. Check that there's not going to be huge fees. And if there is going to be huge fees, and you're okay with that, it's no problem, factor those into your budget too. So, if you're going to if you want $2,000 and you're going to raise $2,000 and your fees are $500, then you're going to have to raise, I don't know, $2,700, $2,000 to cover all your fees. So try to factor everything in so that you're not left after all your hard work without enough to publish your book, like I say. And lastly, all these crowdfunding sites, they actually offer you the chance to keep an update, put some photographs in, talk about where your progress is at any particular time. So go that way as well. Keep people informed. They like that. They're donating. They want to be part. They want to feel like they're part of your book, of your project, I should say, really. And they want to see you succeed. And not only that, if you're keeping them updated, they'll talk to family and friends about your project, and that will mean more sales. And these people who are donating, not only will they get a little gift of some description for the donation, they may also buy the book as well if they haven't got that in their gift. So this is all it's all positive stuff. And yeah, I think I'll start a crowdfunding page myself in the new year. I've got some great book ideas, and let's see if one of them actually bring some money in to cover its costs. So that's about it. So if you're going down the crowdfunding route, good luck with that. And I'm wishing you all the best. And like I say, cover your costs, factor in everything, and then add maybe 5% for sundry or miscellaneous things, or just things that you just forgot all about that may rear their ugly head. Don't be out of pocket if you're doing that.